So happy winter solstice, everybody, on this beautiful, auspicious day, the shortest day of the year today, the 21st of December, as we close down 2023. So, welcome to the show. I am here every week sharing some wisdom and guidance through the Akashic Records with some of my vast angel card decks, just to bring a few messages, some symbolic guidance that will be supporting you through the coming weeks or the coming months, or whatever wisdom you need to hear right now. So it doesn't actually really matter when you watch this. If you're watching the replay, do type #replay. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what is coming up for you at the moment. What are you looking for? A little bit of wisdom and guidance around. And if you've got any questions that come up from anything that I share today, please do type them in the comments below. I will come back. And if this really resonates with you, share it out with your community, and perhaps you will support somebody else to receive some wisdom and guidance as well. So a little bit about me. I'm Natasha Nicole Harris. I work with soul leaders, supporting them to really create change, magical change in their life, and to support the shifts and the changes on the planet that we are going through right now. So we're now stepping onto a real cusp of like the end of 2023 and stepping over into 2024 in just 10 days time, which is just an incredible time to be alive on this planet. We have experienced challenges over this year, not just individually, but collectively as well. And so really today is about being the shortest day of the year, as I said, but this day now being the shortest day, tomorrow we are going to start to allow more light into our experience here, especially on the Northern Hemisphere. We're going to be allowing more light to come in, and to really call in what we want now for the coming year. So it's really a beautiful, beautiful time to honor what 2023 has been all about for you. Now, you may have had the most incredible, wonderful, successful year, but it may have also thrown up some challenges for you. You may have been feeling the challenges quite abruptly this year, trying to navigate everything that's going on in the world, or you've been feeling an element of both. So I certainly have been, like, the success of like 2023, the beautiful, wonderful, incredible things that have come to fruition in my life this year, but also the challenges and the things that have come up that have challenged me to bring about a space of learning, growth, expansion of what I'm going to be calling in for next year. So it's been a real opportunity to see what I've had to let go of this year in order to build more solid foundations for 2023. So the way that I feel that 2020 for 2024. So for 2023, what I really feel is that it has really brought around this learning and growth around duality, really sitting with the challenges that life has brought up, but also allowing myself to honor and celebrate the successes that have come up as well. So it's a really beautiful time. So I want to share a card. I want to draw some wisdom from the cards. Today I'm going to be drawing from The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. These are a beautiful, beautiful deck of cards that I absolutely love working with, because they really are calling in more light. They really are all these cards hold so many light codes and so much light frequency that when we really tap into the card and the light that it shows, it really amplifies and allows us to embody something of that light in our physical being. So as we are calling in more light as of tomorrow, as we will be experiencing more light in our day tomorrow, I thought these were a very beautiful and apt card deck to really draw on. So for me, the question for me really arises around, like, what are we calling in for next year? What guidance and support do we need to honor, to recognize, to awaken to acknowledge? So there's something around really acknowledging what's been going on for us this year, so that we can call more of what we desire into 2024. Now, that is a really beautiful opportunity to celebrate everything that 2023 has brought, because And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in another live that I do before the end of the year, so next week. But really celebrating, I don't think we celebrate enough. Celebrate ourselves enough. We can celebrate other people, we can celebrate wins, we can celebrate things that are really tangible. But how often do we really truly celebrate ourselves and give ourselves real, true, like honoring and gratitude for what we've achieved, what we've navigated, what we've moved through this year, and who we've become as a result of everything that we've been calling in, that we've been doing over 2023. So this is a really beautiful opportunity for us to look at what this year has brought us and what we are wanting to call in for next year. So I'm going to pull a card from the deck. So if there is anything that you are calling in, that you want to receive some wisdom and guidance, perhaps it's something else you want to let go of at the end of this year, this is your real beautiful opportunity now to let go of something that's been holding you back, that's been keeping you stuck, and that you really want to put down, say goodbye to, and release from your system, release it from your physical being, so that you can navigate into next year. Sarah, hello, beautiful, lovely to see you here. You're going to come and draw a card with me, so really to allow us to be in this moment, to be honoring this time. It's I did something in my expansion circle this week with my group where it was really about letting go of the things that this year have brought us, that we want to and we're ready to let go of, so that we can really celebrate ourselves. The universe must have called me in. Hit me with a card. I will do in just 1 second. And so it was really a beautiful visualization that I did with my group to really see how far we've come. This is not a hard stop as we come to the end of the year. For many of us that have experienced challenges, what we really wanted, what we're saying to ourselves often, and I recognize that I've done this in the past as well, is to say, right, I'm done with this year. Like, let me start afresh in the new year. Let me allow myself to forget everything that this year has brought me and then move swiftly on. So it's like becomes a very hard stop and a brand new beginning. Or we're celebrating the year that's been and then we're ready to get going. So it's like this, we don't recognize that we're actually on a journey, that we're standing on the precipice of everything that's come before in the last year and everything we're about to navigate in the next year. So it's like this bridge that we start sitting on the top of, that we're just going to gently go into the next year. It's not a hard stop and it's not a hard beginning. It's this really gentle part of the journey that we're on that takes us from one specific time zone that we have sort of like symbolized as an ending and a beginning, but it really isn't. It's just a continuation. So there's nothing that you really need to like stop doing, hard stop, and start again in the new year. It really is about a continuation. But what are you ready just to let go and just to allow more light into the sphere with you right now? So just taking a moment, take a few breaths. Just really connect with your essence, your being, where you are right now in this moment, as we're honoring everything that we have called in and that we have navigated and moved through and succeeded in the last 12 months. Just take a breath there as you really honor, acknowledge that. And then as you recognize that you're taking just one further step into your future version of you and the next 12 months to greet the version of yourself in 12 months' time. What is the guidance that you're receiving today through the cards that's going to support you to taking one step after a time to the version of yourself that you will greet this time next year in 2024, December 2024? And just take a deep breath as you acknowledge this part of the journey that you sit in, stand in, embody right now in this moment. and we're going to receive the guidance. So I'm just going to pull a card. Oh, this is a beautiful card. So look at the, oh, can I get that? Yeah, the light in there, nourish. And this is a beautiful one. Look how the line is pretty much halfway through Earth with the beautiful starlight in the beginning. And it's all about nourish. Nourish yourself. Nourish yourself. What nourishes you at this time of year? You know, for us in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in the shortest day of the year. So we're here in winter when we are supposed to be quietening down, relaxing, releasing, going inward a little bit, hibernating a little bit, slowing down. Yet there's a lot of emphasis on gearing up, speeding up, party hard, burning the candle at both ends. I know, a really interesting card. Nourish. So what do you need to nourish yourself? And I think what this card is asking you now is, what do you need to nourish yourself on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a mental level? Where are your thoughts nourishing you or diminishing you? Where are your thoughts kind, not so kind, supportive, not so supportive? And then where are you nourishing yourself on a spiritual level? Now, they are all interlinked. One will support the other, but often there will be an element of ourselves that we're not nourishing, that we're forgetting about, we're not as kind or not supportive within ourselves. So how are you nourishing yourself physically? For me, it's getting out, being in nature, connecting with nature. Been on a bike ride today, so I can feel that fresh air still in my lungs a few hours later. I can feel how it's still nourishing my physical aspect, my physical being. How are you nourishing your emotional mind, your emotional being? Do you give yourself time to slow down when things feel emotionally challenging or emotionally draining? Are you nourishing yourself in those moments, giving yourself permission to feel all of it? Feel the joy, feel the sadness, feel the disappointment, feel the celebration of Christmas. For not everyone is it a celebratory time. Sometimes it's tinged with sadness, grief, loss. It's a reminder of what we have lost. And then again, on the mental level, what are we nourishing ourselves with? To nourish our thoughts. Do we allow ourselves to fall down the spiral when we have a thought that's not nourishing? Are we able to circuit break? I like to call it a circuit breaker. When we circuit break those negative thoughts that spiral down, so we can at least come back to neutral to support more positive thoughts into our system. Are we honoring, nourishing? Too many mince pies. Me too. That is my weakness, mince pies, I have to say. It's like, are we honoring the thoughts that we're having, acknowledging them? Are they nourishing us or depleting us? Who are we spending time with? Do they nourish us or deplete us? And spiritually, what are your spiritual practices that nourish you? Sitting in quietness. The end of my bike ride, I sat in the park on a bench and I just contemplated the world, watched the geese and the swans and the birds. And again, that comes back to connection. So they all interlink. One will nourish all of you, but are you acknowledging that and honoring that? So what nourishes you? Let me know in the comments. What immediately do you know nourishes you, apart from mince pies? They definitely nourish you in some ways. But like, what nourishes you? What are you noticing that you're not doing that you could do more of to support yourself in nourishing in this time where it's the line is right across Earth, to allow more of this light in that we're calling in on the solstice? So I'd love to know. I really would love to know. So as we close down for the year, I'm going to go a little bit quieter over the next couple of weeks as I spend time with family and friends, and to really just close, honor this ending of the year. And I'm really looking forward to that, really nourishing myself on all aspects. Family time, seeing clients win, walks in nature. It's very similar. That's very cool. I love that. I love that. I'm going to spend some time nourishing myself, replenishing my energy, ready for the new year. I've got lots of ideas bubbling, lots of things that I want to bring to fruition in the new year. And my reminder to stay nourished is not to rush them all, to try and do everything at once, to pace it, to have fun, to enjoy it. That's what nourishes me, having fun, enjoying the things, having fun with it rather than it becoming a task. So I wish you all a beautiful winter solstice and a very happy festive season, whatever you might or might not be celebrating, and a happy new year as we welcome in all the light that we are not only bringing in for ourselves, but for the collective. I think 2024 is going to be bringing in some big things, some really big things for us all to support us on this evolution, this growth, this expansion of humanity, if we choose that path. So with that, love and blessings to you all. And I will see you hopefully next week for another card before the end of the year to support us in that. Happy holidays, Sarah. And yeah, speak to you soon. Welcome in all the love and light. We deserve it. We really, truly do. Bye for now.